Good morning. It's Monday morning. I've had the furnace cranked all night, drying this paint job up. A couple things that, because the video was pretty long, the previous one that is, there's a couple things I didn't have in there. Just going to go over it real quick with you. So after I had the base on and the first coat of clear, which I wasn't too happy with the first coat. It was kind of shitty looking. I had to adjust my pressure and stuff to get it to flow better in the second coat. But just after the first coat, the light started to flicker. I had this happen to me once before where the power went out halfway through a job and it ended up being a complete sand over and redo. And it was a bitch. So power stayed on though. We got ice like you wouldn't believe. There's about 3 inches of ice on the ground. There are power outages all over the place. Just fortunate my place didn't get hit with it. So yeah, I couldn't get out of here even if I wanted to. There's that much ice on the ground. It was just coming down, man. But anyway, it is what it is. So there was a couple of issues that happened with the paint, pretty minor. There's about 4 or 5 really tiny little runs. I got to sand them out. And there was one screw up on the passenger side door jamb. I'll show you that in a minute. I guess a little corner of the masking paper I had folded over onto the jamb, and there's a spot there with no paint on it. So I'm going to have to blow that in, sand it out, blow it in, and blend it. But it's just a jamb, so it's not that big a deal. And then, yeah, I'm going to sand the runs out and whatever and get this thing ready to ship out. I'm thinking hopefully Thursday-ish. He's going to bring me some more parts so I can start prepping the doors and the trunk lid and all that for paint. I used a half a gallon of color, and I'm thinking we're probably going to need another half gallon of paint. Half a gallon is quite a bit. You know, you're mixing it 1 to 1, so actually it's a full gallon. That's just the color that's on here. Clear is holding up pretty good. Clear tends to go a little bit further for whatever reason. Plus, it's the clear we're using is matrix, so it's good stuff, and it does the job. Overall, super happy with it. I think once this thing is cut and buffed, it's going to be one sweet ride. And I'm pretty sure the customer's going to be happy with it. I was just talking to him. So, having said that, I'll grab the camera and I'll show you the little problem areas and what we need to do to fix it up. A little bit tired today, you know. It was a long day yesterday, but you know, I had an extra cup of coffee this morning. More than what I'm used to, and bear with me because I'm shaking like Tina Turner's miniskirt. But anyway, yeah, I'll grab the camera. We'll see what's going on here. So I got a little tiny run right here, and there's another one up here. But I mean, they're very, very small. So I got a couple. Also down below here, now, I always have trouble getting good coverage on the bottom, especially where it curls right underneath. So I made damn sure I got good coverage this time, and yeah, so I ran it here just a little bit. It's out of sight, but I'm going to take that one out anyway. No big deal. Very small, tiny run right here. You can't even see it. It doesn't even show up on camera. But anyway, and I've got the exact same one over here. Very, very small. There's another little one right there. So other than that, not bad at all. The one issue I did have was right here. I guess the paper folded over and stuck to the jamb, painted right over it, didn't see it. So I'm gonna have to sand this out and blend it in. I've got some blending additive, so it's not a big deal. Then we can just buff it. It's just a jamb, so I'm going to take from this edge here and tape that off, and then we'll tape the dash off And I'll just get this little area right here, and then the blending agent, we should be able to buff that out and be fine. And then again, around the windshield post, there's this tiny little run right there. I think you can see that. That's it. So the rest of it is really, really good. Like, you can tell by how defined the light bulbs are in the roof. So she's pretty good. Anywho, I'm not going to start sanding on this thing yet. I'm going to give it another day to harden up. So what I am going to do, though, is uncover the doors and the trunk lid and all that stuff, and mask it off and get it prepped for paint. I can't spray anything right now, so I'll get that done. And then tomorrow I'll take out the runs, blow that door jamb in, and this thing's ready to go. As soon as it's gone, then I can go ahead and spray. He's going to bring me the fenders and rear fenders and the running boards as well when he comes to pick this up. So yeah, so I have a whole bunch of parts here to do, and then I've got something else coming into the shop probably by the weekend, so show you what that's all about when it gets here. All right, so today is actually Tuesday. Yesterday I was messing around with doors and stuff like that, and I also was prepping my my jam. So I've sanded this out, and that's ready to give it a little shot. I've got some blending agent here. I'm going to use that. So we're just going to come up to the clear about here, and then I'm going to just blend it with the blending agent. We'll probably need a little buff after, but no big deal. Here's one thing though. The only spot on the hinge that you're going to see is on the inside, and that's the only spot that I didn't get paint on. So I'm going to finish masking this off like that side, and we're going to be using real low pressure, right? So there it is. So yeah, I didn't get any paint on it at all. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I just, you know, I sprayed everything in the closed position like a dumbass. Anyway, so I'll finish masking this off. Let's see, I'm going to cover the part of the hinge that's really good, even though it's inside the door. Why make a mess? I don't have to. So anyway, so I got that to do, and because I'm on this masking, just when I started masking, I took some paint out. Now I stored this. I never showed this before, but there's these little caps that go in the cup. Well, you put the cap on, got the clear here and the paint here. Put the cap on, store it upside down so that the screen inside the lid stays wet, doesn't get all dry and full of crud and stuff. So store it upside down just like that. I put it in the freezer. It'll last quite a long time, especially the clear, because it's got a hardener in it. The clear will, you know, it'll come back around in about a half an hour. It'll be ready to spray. I don't know, that way I don't have to mix any, and I'm not wasting any clear. So yeah, store it upside down in the freezer. Lasts a long time. Clear you can get probably 3-4 days out of before it actually starts to get chunky, you know. As far as just paint, it'll last a long time. So anyway, a little storage tip for you. So I'm going to finish off the masking, get ready. I'm going to set up my gun, and like I said, go super low pressure and just kind of feather it in there. See if we can't finish that off, get it ready to go. We can buff it tomorrow, and then you know, ship it out Thursday maybe. I think it's supposed to be nice. We're going by the weather here, so you know, that's all we can do. So anyway, so I'll get this done today and probably sand out the runs tomorrow. All right. Right on. We'll switch you over here. Freaking hose is wrapped around the leg of the tripod. I'm going to move that down just a touch. Oh, I tell you, hoses are my nemesis. All right, I'll go get the other side, and that'll be it for that, and clear. Hey, now some clear. I'll try and get some of this on here. Now this stuff is easy to run, so be very shy with it. Let's give it another little squirt over here. Sorry for all the maneuvering here. Not much choice. That's it. Get the other side and she's done. So there we go. What touch up? What are you talking about? There was no touch up there. Did run just a touch the blender. Like I said, tomorrow sand that out. So we're good in here now. So that was a dumb move forgetting to do that. But anyway, both sides are good. So all my touch-ups are done. Now it's just taking out a few runs. And yeah, we'll call it good. So there you go. Touch-ups done easy. Yeah, right. All right, so I got my Sharpie out. Mark out these runs. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little bit of a tricky spot. Anyway, I don't have my blocks and my sandpaper ready or nothing. Jesus. Let me get my stuff together. Hey, I'm gonna start with 1000 grit. Not even sure why I'm showing this to you. I think I've shown it to you 10 times now. I need something. Yeah, looking for something. There we go. And you just keep doing that till the black disappears. Go over it with 2000. Maybe even a little quickie with 3. And then throw the buffer on it. Well, don't throw the buffer on it. That'll make a mark. But you know what I mean. hate when it's on an edge like that. Almost there, almost there. Oh yeah, I think the rest of that one I'll get with 2000. There we go. Alright, so there you go. I'll chase down the rest of those runs and sand them all out. You can see it takes about 3 minutes each. So, you know, I'm talking maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, let's say. Have them all sanded out, and I'll hit them with the buffer, and they should come right out nice and shiny, and we'll be done with it. And then this thing will be ready to go. Gonna get the car out first, then I'm gonna do parts as they come in. I've already got enough parts here to get rolling. Get the doors and the trunk lid. The idea being we'll go from the firewall back, get everything done for that, and then we'll do the front clip last. That way, you know, it's the last piece that's going on there. He's got wiring and all kinds of stuff to run. We are gonna have to get the nose done pretty quick though, because there is wiring going to that. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, he's not gonna put this thing together in a couple of days, I can tell you that. It's gonna take some time. Plus he's got his own detailer to cut and buff the whole car. So that's why I'm only going to 2000, just enough to get, you know, something to work with. Basically just get the runs out, that's the main thing. So that's it for that. Anyway, if you like the content, please subscribe, you know, like the video, give it a thumbs up, tell your buddies, and help spread the word. Don't be shy, leave comments, let me know what you think of the color. I really like it, and I think once you see the whole package down the road, like I said, I will be visiting his shop as he's putting the thing together for an update every once in a while, so you will get to see the car finished eventually. You know, he's one guy working by himself, so it's going to take him some time. I'm sure he's got some buddies who'll give him a hand to some of the bigger parts to put it together. Like I said, there's a lot of eyeballs on this car. I've already had a couple of guys here that were here just to check out the car and see how it came out, so it's a big deal. Yeah, and if you so choose and you want to support the channel, it's easy enough to do. Right beside the share button, just to the right of it at the bottom of your screen, you click on that menu. It's a little circle with 3 dots in it. Click on that, up where it says thanks. You can buy old Dan a coffee or a beer or whatever, and you know, any support I get, greatly appreciated. Helps keep everything moving along in here. So yeah, it's always nice, and honestly, I do truly appreciate it. And you know, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.